student, in this session we are going to start a new chapter in Standard 8 Mathematics, that is chapter number 2, Parallel Lines and Transversal. So student, in this chapter we are going to see what are the parallel lines and what is our transversal. So let's start with the chapter Parallel Lines and Transversal. So student, first let's learn about the parallel lines. So what are these parallel lines? So parallel lines can be defined as two lines in the same plane. Two lines in the same plane that are at equal distance from each other and never meet. So student, what are the parallel lines? These are the two lines. Okay, that means these are a pair of a straight line. Here you student, on the left hand side you can see a picture of the parallel line. Okay, I have drawn two parallel line which are a pair of a straight. These are the straight line, right? So these are the two straight line or a pair of a straight line that are equal distance. Now student, equal distance means, see, equal distance means the distance is equal. Okay, distance will be same throughout the lines. Okay, the distance with that means these line are the equidistant line. Same distance with equidistance from each other and never meet. They never meet, they go straight path. Okay, they go in a straight way. So these are called as a parallel line. So line L and line M are parallel to each other. Why? Because they are equal distance from each other and they are never cut or never cross each other or never intersect each other. Okay, so these line L and M are parallel line. So here the line parallel line can be written like this: line M parallel to line L. So this is a symbol of a parallel line. Okay, this is how we indicate the parallel line, that is line M parallel to line L. Got it, student? So these are the parallel line. They are equal from equal, they have equal distance from each other and they never intersect each other. Now student, here you can see another picture in which you can see the line P and line Q. Okay, so these are equal line. Okay, you equal in length. Okay, but what happened here, these length these lines are intersect each other at this point. Okay student, so these line P and line Q are intersect at this point. Let's suppose the point will be A. Okay, so these P and Q line intersect at point A. That means they are not parallel line. Okay, so for the parallel line, the line should be equal distance from each other and they should never meet or they should never intersect each other. Okay, so these are the parallel line and these are not a parallel line. Okay, so student, we can see a parallel lines in a zebra crossing, like on road, like zebra crossing. So zebra crossing, the lines are like this. Okay, right, like this, the lines are like this, zebra crossing line. Okay, line. So these are nothing but a parallel line. They are equal distance from each other and they never intersect each other. And next example is a line of a notebook. Here you can see the lines in a notebook. Okay, so what are these? These are nothing but a parallel lines. Okay, and next example we can take as a railway track. Okay, for suppose these are the railway track. Okay, so the railway track always go in a straight way. They never meet, they never intersect each other. So the railway track is another example of this, another example of parallel lines. Okay, now I hope you have understood what are the parallel lines. Okay, now let's move next. Now see student, here you can see three sets of a parallel lines. First is a vertical parallel lines. Okay, these are the vertical parallel line. And next figure you can see a diagonally parallel lines, diagonal parallel lines. And next figure you can see a horizontal parallel lines. Okay, so this was all about the parallel lines. Okay student, now after the parallel line we have the transversal. Now let's see what is a transversal. Okay, so transversal is a line which intersect two distinct line. Okay, two distinct lines in a plane at two distinct points is called a transversal line. Okay, so student, for the parallel line there should be always one plane. Okay, and for the transversal line also it should be on one plane only. Okay, and parallel line also should be on one plane. So transversal line which intersect two distinct line. Now see, here you can see a figure, right? So these are the two distinct line, the line L and line M. Got it? And these and line you can see a this vertical line, that is T line. Okay, so these T line intersect the line L and line M, right, at two distinct point. Two distinct point means this point A and B. So line T is called a transversal or transversal line. Got it, student? What is the transversal line? The line which intersect. Okay, suppose here in a figure you can see the line T is transversal line, transversal to line L and line M, intersecting the point, like intersecting these two lines at point A and point B. So this is called as the transversal line. Okay, that means T intersect the line L and M at point A and B. So that's why T is called a transversal. Okay, so for the transversal, one line can be intersect two or many line, like three or four lines, okay, at equal at some points. So the line is called as a transversal line. Okay, okay, here only two lines are there, but sometimes it may be three, four, okay, two or more lines. It will intersect two or more line. These called as a transversal line. Okay, but transversal line will be one only, and this horizontal line will be many, like two, three, four. Okay, right. Now see, now student, here I have one more figure for you, that is this. Okay, so in this figure you can see that this line T is there, okay, and line L and M also is there. Okay, but line L and line M are these what, intersecting each other, right? So that's why here T is not a transversal line. Okay, why? Because L and M are intersecting. This T line is intersecting L and M, right? But line L and line M also intersecting each other. Okay, that's why here T is not a transversal line. So let's see, in the transversal, the two lines may be parallel or non-parallel. Okay, that means here condition is not there that it should be parallel. Okay, so the two lines which will in which to which T will intersect, the lines will not be parallel, may be parallel or non-parallel. Okay, so there is no condition for parallel lines. So student, next is the angles formed when the transversal intersect two lines are as follows. Now see student, here you can see this transversal line. Okay, when this transversal line intersect the line L and M, some angles will be formed, like here you can see the angle formed. Okay student, you can see the angles here. Okay, angle forming here, here and here. Okay, so here total four angles are formed. Okay, and at point B also four angles, like this angle, this one and this one. Okay, so total four angles are formed. So here four and here four. Okay, total eight angles are forming by one transversal line. Okay, so now let's see what are these angles called, which are formed by the transversal line. Now let's see the angles. So first is the angles formed when a transversal intersect two lines are as follows. First is a corresponding angles, second is the interior angles, and third one is the alternate angles. So the student, now let's first learn about the corresponding angles. Now student, first we will see or learn about the corresponding angles. Now let's see, when a transversal intersect two parallel line. Okay, this is a sign of parallel lines. When a transversal intersect two parallel lines, corresponding angles are formed. Got it? So student, here one transversal line is there, that is line T. Okay, and first line is PQ and next is the RS. Okay, so this line AT intersects line PQ and line RS. Okay, so this is a AT is a transversal line. Okay, and these are the parallel lines. Okay, so the angles formed are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are always congruent. Congruent means equal to each other. They are always equal to each other. Now see student, in this figure you can see this first. Okay, first we will see the towards the left hand side. Okay, left hand side in the figure. Okay, now see this is a transversal line. Okay student, this is a transversal line AT. Okay, and on the left hand side of the transversal line, we will see the corresponding angles on the left hand side of the transversal line. Okay, so first, like he student, this can see this, can you see this? Okay, so student, if imagine like this is our first arm. Okay, first arm is placed perpendicular to this next arm. Okay, that means here like this is our first arm and this is our second arm. Okay, so if these arm are placed together like in perpendicular manner, what happened, the angle is formed. Okay, the angle is formed and this angle will be correspond. Okay, this is our first pair of arm and this is a next pair of arm. Okay, so here the angle formed between the two pairs of a arm are nothing but the corresponding angles. Okay, like here this and this angle form here, like you can see here I have written 1. Okay, so this angle AMP will be correspond to angle like this MNR. This is N and this is M. Okay, so these are the corresponding angle first pair, and next pair will be here. You can see here PMN and angle R and T. This is a second pair. See student, I have written here one corresponding angle of one is this and corresponding angle of this, this is upper side, this is on lower side. Okay, this correspond to this, and similarly on the right hand side the angle AMQ correspond to angle MNS, right? And on the lower side angle QMN will correspond to angle SNT. Okay, so so I am writing here the corresponding angle so that you can get a clear idea about it. So first is angle, I'm writing a corresponding angles, right? First student, first pair will be angle AMP and angle this MNR, this AMP and MNR. Okay, this is a first corresponding angle pair. For next will be like this. Just now I have said upper, then we will take a lower. This you can see here second. Okay, so it will be angle PMN and angle RNT, right? Next pair will be angle AMQ and angle MNS, right here. Angle AMQ and angle MNS, right? Fourth pair will be on the lower side, angle QMN and angle SNT. Here you can write no equal sign also. Okay, why? Because corresponding angles are always congruent or equal to each other. Now next, okay student, now after the corresponding angles we have the next type of angles made by the transversal. So this is our interior angle. Now let's see a pair of angles which are on the same side of the transversal and inside the given lines is called a pair of interior angles. Now student, here you can see a figure, right? So what is this? AT is a transversal line, PQ and RS are the two line which AT intersect. Okay, at this point M and N. Now see what is the interior angle. These angles are on the same side. Okay, are on the same side student of the transversal, same side of the trans. That means I'm explaining you inside the given lines is called a pair. Okay, this is a transversal line and these are on the same side, like inside. See here condition is there inside the given line. These are the given lines PQ and RS. Okay, so these angle will be inside the line PQ and RS. Okay, like here you can see PMN. Here I have made a angle here first and here first. Okay, so inside angles. Okay, that means angles should be between these and inside these two line. Okay, so inside angle is PMN, it will be congruent to MNR, right? And on the right hand side we have angle QMN. Okay, this is inside angle, right, which will be congruent to MNS. So these are nothing but the interior angles. Now student, in your textbook exterior angle is not given, but I'm just explaining to you what are the exterior line angles. Interior angles are inside the given line. Okay, so what will be the exterior angle? These are these are the these are not inside, these are outside the given line. Like here, exterior angle will be like here. Okay, AMP and here, like this. Got it? And on the right hand side, this and this. So these are the exterior angle and these are the interior angle. Okay, now let's write the pair of a interior angle. So first pair of interior angle will be angle PMN equals to angle MNR. Okay, this angles on the left hand side. And next pair will be angle QMN congruent to or equal to angle MNS. Okay, so this was all about interior angles. Now next is the alternate angles. Okay, student, so let's see what are these. So pair of angles which are on the opposite direction, okay, is called a pair of alternate angle. Now student, here only one condition is there, that angles should be in opposite direction. So these are what? Alternate angles. Now let's see. Okay, see here alternate angles, like you can see here first. Okay, I'm in the alternate angles. There are two types: interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles. Now interior means the angles, alternate angles which are inside this line. Okay, and exterior angles, alternate angles means the angles which are present outside of the given line. Okay, so now we first see the interior alternate angles. Now student, interior alternate angles means like this, inside. Okay, like here, this angle PMN alternate angle means this is a transversal line, right? And PQ and RS are the given line. Okay, so like here you can see a zigzag pattern here. Okay, here you can see a zigzag pattern, right? So the alternate angle which is present here and here, it is called as a alternate angle. That means you can remember like a zigzag pattern. The angles which are present on the corners of a zigzag line are called as the alternate angles. Okay, like this here, this is a Z. So angle present over here and here, this is what? This is nothing but a alternate angles, right? Or like this here. So here this and this angle is nothing but a alternate angle. Okay, now let's see the interior alternate angle. So it is interior and alternate angle will be, first we will see of the left hand side. So angle PMN will be congruent to angle MNS. Here you can see a one number, I have put here one number. Okay, so this zigzag pattern will be this and this will be congruent, and angle QMN will be congruent to angle MNR. Okay, alternate of the Z, like here this is opposite. First left Z, then right Z. Okay, remember in this way. Now in the exterior alternate angle will be, that means outside the given line, so it will be this AMP and it will be like this. AMP will be like here. Okay, that means we can say like this, I say. And next is RNT. Angle R and T will be congruent to angle AMQ. These are of external, and exterior, these are internal or interior. Now let's write the interior alternate angles. So first interior alternate angles is, first pair in this interior is angle PMN. Okay, angle PMN will be congruent to or equal to angle MNS. Okay, like here MNS. Now next will be, next interior will be what? Angle QMN equals to angle RNM. Okay, so these all are, these two are internal. Now we will see the external or exterior alternate angle. So it will be, first pair is angle AMP will be congruent to this, right? For suppose here you can make a Z like this. Okay, this one and this one. All right, where we are? Okay, exterior alternate angle AMP, angle AMP congruent to angle this TNS. TNS, this is the first pair. Next pair will be Angle AMQ will be congruent to which? Angle RNT. Angle AMQ equals to angle RNT. So student, this was all about the transversal and the angles which are formed by the transversal. Okay.